I'm a lobster. Anyways, Frog Detective 3. Take a look here real quick. You gotta make sure. Ooh. Let's figure that out as we go. How many frogs does it take to solve a case? Just one, but plus a lobster this time. I'm tired, but I want to watch Lobster Cop. Sleep is for the weak.
Hey, it's Mary. Remember me? I know it's been a while, so I thought I'd give you a quick recap. After the detective, that's you, solved the case of the invisible wizard, a mysterious phone call came in. Well, it wasn't that mysterious. It was the supervisor, as usual. But the contents of that phone call were mysterious. You know? Okay, so let's set the scene. I'm a good actress. It'll be exactly like what happened.
Whoa, look at me go. Whoa. That's new. That's a new thing. Wait a minute! That's my fucking book!
Oh my gosh, it's me, the frog detective. Hey, gorgeous, I'm the supervisor. I'm kind of like your boss, but like not officially. Oh my gosh, I know it's so hard to describe our professional relationship, but you're like a helper of sorts. Yes, exactly. I'm a manager, almost. Yeah. Okay, so I have a new mystery for you. Can you even believe it? Yes, that's my job to solve mysteries. Obviously. I was just being dramatic.
Classic supervisor.
Okay, so what's the case about, babe? I love your enthusiasm, but it's actually really sensitive, so I can't tell you over the phone. Oh, boo. I know. Bummer. It makes it so much more exciting, though. For sure, yeah. Can you do me a huge favor, lovely? What? Grab your magnifying glass next to the door and head to the station. There's a ticket for you, and it'll take you to a little trip. Cute. Okay. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, love. Later.
I can't believe that's like actually my book. That's the book that we made. We made that book. Okay, anyways. Sorry, that's cool.
Sick. Now I can solve this case. I'm the frog detective.
Got your magnifying glass. What's up with the dog? It's new.
Okay, so the detective heads to the train station, and it's all cool. So there's a new color scheme and stuff. But can you believe it? Someone literally takes the detective's notebook. It's so messed up. Actual tears in my eyes, seriously. Don't think the detective knows about the stolen notebook yet, so... You're actually up to date now. Please, if you could leave a review of my acting skills, I'd super appreciate it. Okay, enjoy the case. All right, hang on. We gotta go leave a review, chat. Hang on. All right. We gotta go leave a review. Wait, how do I write a review? Wait, how do I write? Wait, hang on. I thought it would just be there. Is it because this is my first time playing it? Wait, how do I write a review? Wait, hang on. How do I write a chat? How do I write a review? Chat, how do I write a review on Steam? Chat, how do I do this?
Chad, I thought I could just... Chad, I thought I just left it. Don't? Alright, hang on. Don't look. Don't look. I need a notepad. Yeah, you. Okay. Alright, we're gonna type our review here. And I'll copy paste it after stream, I promise. Okay, here's our review. What was her name? Mary, okay. Mary's acting skills were superb. She deserves all of the fame. Even more fame than Lobster Cop. Okay, maybe not that much fame, but like a seriously high level of fame. I hope she does well in Froggywood. It's lots of roles because she deserves them. There you go. Okay, that's my review. I'll post that after, I swear. Yo, I got boots! I got spoiled for the boots, god damn it. Whoa, gameplay. Check how we feeling about this FOV. Should I lower it back down to 60? Hello, this is the Frog Detective from the Frog Detective Crime Solving Agency speaking. How may I help you? Why did you answer the phone like that? What's that supposed to mean, Supervisor? There's a random phone on the street. Why did you assume it's ringing for you? I'm the only one here. You don't think it's a little weird? No, not really. You're the one making the phone call to a random phone. Because I knew you'd be there. Now who's the weird one? Regardless, I'm glad you picked up. I'm sure you're curious about this mystery. I sure am. Give me the details, please. I cannot. Someone may be listening. What? Who? I saw on the internet that it's possible for strangers to listen to phone calls. Who said that? My cousin who wrote all about it on his blog. Okay, well, you're not gonna tell me the details. Why did you call? I have a special surprise for yous. As you know, the terrain of Cowboy County is vast and rough. I've ordered something special from Whizbay to help you get around. Oh, is it a horse? What? No. How did you say that? It's a cowboy town. What do you mean? Cowboys ride horses. Being serious? Horses are a valued member of society. It would be demeaning to ride them around. It's messed up that you would even say that. Right, I'm sorry. I just, I got confused. Don't worry about it. So what did you order then? A scooter, of course. Sick. It should be next to you in the phone booth. Bold choice to have it shipped to a public phone booth. Please stop questioning my choices. Anyway, when you're ready, pick up the scooter and get some practice in. Lobster Cop arrived early, and we'll be waiting for you at the town. Just follow the path to meet him, and have fun. Hope you have fun, too. I will. Alright, we'll see ya. How we feeling about this FOB, chat? How we feeling? My very own scooter. Sick. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I can turn it down. 60. There you go. This is normal. Hang on. Oh, here, I'll show you. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, check this out. All right. There's the phone booth. Then if I go options. Boom. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? How you feeling? Both suck? You want me to do somewhere in the middle? I can do somewhere in the middle. Why is Croissant the only one that's having say in this? So if it's at 90, then it should be like a 75, right? That'd be like somewhere in the center. Yeah. Hey, Aiden, how are you? Fuck, I didn't read the controls. Now I'll never know. Check, quick! Somebody look at, somebody check the control. Hang on, wait! I have the power. I have the power. Fuck! I don't have the power. Well, where do we go? Super Hop presents a game created by Worm Club. That's not what it says. Game by Worm Club with assistance from Vic Screen and a soundtrack by Dan Golden. Starring Lobster Cop, Susie Rabbit, Sherman and the Bandits. They seem like nice guys. Frog Detective. Plus a special guest. Fine. Detective 3, Corruption in Cowboy County. Yeah! Created by Grace Bruxner and Thomas Bowker. Howdy, folks. Hi, Lobster Cop. I'm here to help solve the mystery.
Right on time, Detective.
I'm known worldwide for my timeliness.
Is that so?
Nope. Can you tell me about the case, Lobster Cop?
I sure can. We've been sent here to solve the conundrum of the sheriffless county.
Oh!
This town was thriving, Detective. A marvel for productivity, friendship, community, and cowboys. But there was something missing.
A sheriff.
Yeah, I was kind of leading up to that.
My bad.
For the sake of storytelling, can you please not interrupt?
I sincerely apologize.
Yeah. So anyway, I've lost where I was going with this.
You said there was something missing?
Right, there was something missing. A sheriff! The town had realized that for all these years, they were missing a vital ingredient to cowboy living. They contacted the supervisor. He said goodnight to Ace Queen and that I hope she has a good night. I love her. Mwah! And he contacted me.
And me.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are.
I'm gonna be honest, Lobster Cop. The supervisor really hyped this case up. Like, there are two of us here to facilitate the hiring for a management position.
Detective, you read my mind. The supervisor really dropped the ball. Did you really think I'd need your help?
No.
Me neither. And as it turns out, I didn't need your help.
Huh?
The position has been filled.
Oh.
I knew the perfect boy for the job. Presenting the new sheriff of Cowboy County, Sheriff Mason Mole.
Wow. Congratulations on such a speedy resolution, Lobster Cop.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I'll head back to the office.
No.
No. Huh? No, you cannot. Is there something you need help with? Yes.
What is it, Sheriff Mason Moore?
Mystery. Crime mystery. Please solve this. What's the mystery? All hats have been stolen. You're wearing a hat. Not my hat. Town hats. Can you elaborate? All the hats in town have been stolen. Please solve this mystery as soon as possible. You have any leads? No. Get to work, please.
Well, you're the sheriff.
Okay. Is there really no additional information? No. But here's your notebook. I'm sorry? Here. Notebook. Somebody mailed it to you. I got a notebook. I didn't even know it was missing. Not missing. It's right here. Can I ask a question? No, I'm busy. Goodbye.
Ha! What a legend.
You know each other?
Sure, but how can you really know someone, right?
What?
Don't worry about it. Now, Detective, as I am lead investigator on this case, I trust you will follow my guidance.
I didn't know you were the lead.
It's a safe assumption to make.
Right, of course.
So, I'll be investigating leads, but I could use your assistance.
Sure. What do you need?
I'll handle motive and suspects. You handle the crime scene and method.
Okay.
It's an easier task for a rookie like you. All you need to find is a map of the crime scene, a tool capable of aiding criminal activity, a key that could lead us to a clue, and lastly, not to mention most importantly, a meal for the #1 best detective.
A meal?
Yes, Detective. Keep up. I'm a very hungry boy and will need sustenance to solve the mystery.
I had some sandwiches I was saving for afternoon tea. Would you like them?
No, I need a proper meal.
I hear you loud and clear. I'll make sure to get those for you.
If you need to be reminded of what I want, come and see me by the graveyard.
Will do. Good luck, Lobster Cop.
I don't need it. Good luck, Detective. You do.
Lobster Cop is a dick? Yes. I feel like Lobster Cop is one bad day away from ripping out someone's spine and using it as a jump rope. I know I am. Usan, you said you yelled at me for not saying goodnight before I even had a chance to like read. Okay? Like you guys are managing the bank. This is the bank, right? You guys are managing the miscellaneous store. Oh. Case number 3, Mystery of the Missing Hats. Lobster Cop. Motive? There's no possible motives for this Lobster Cop to do this. Needs? Crime scene map, crime scene map, criminal tool, key, meal. Notes? Hey, it's Lobster Cop. #1 best detective. I am very jealous. So tall. I'm just curious. Up. Detective. Motive? Boredom? Nah, I'm never bored, and I hate crime. Needs to be #1. Notes? Always suspect yourself, but also believe in yourself. Being alive is confusing. If you're here from the Evil Seekers Society, please leave me alone. I'm not interested in joining. What's the Evil Seekers Society? Nice try. I know the Society's tricks. Well, I'm actually here from the Frog Detective Crime Solving Agency. Oh yeah, where are your credentials? I'm a detective and a frog, and I'm here to solve a mystery / possible crime. Do you have some identification? My face. You have identification? No, but I'm Craig and everybody knows me. I wouldn't normally believe you, but your appearance does seem to match what you're saying. Just know that I don't trust you. I wouldn't expect you to. I mean, we just met. Detective, I'm someone that is regularly messed with. There are many different societies around here, and they all want me to join. But I'm a lone ranger. I have no interest in being a part of these secret societies. What type of secret societies are there? For starters, you got the naughty little guys. They've been after me for years. The posties are another one. They go around delivering mail. I'm not sure that's a secret society. It's more of a public service. Why can't we open everybody's mail? Not so public if you ask me. Open your eyes. Another society is the Ghost Spotters League. Oh, I think I've heard of them. Yes. Despite being a secret society, they're quite well known. To be honest with you, I said earlier that I wasn't interested in being part of any societies, but that's like half true. Oh? The Ghost Spotters League is really exclusive, and I'm kind of bummed they never tried to recruit me. Are you a keen ghost spotter? Well, that might be the problem. To be induced into the league, you need to have spotted a ghost. And you haven't seen any? Correct. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. You could be anyone. I'm the detective. It's a compelling disguise, I'll give you that. Do you know much about ghosts? Well, I solved the mystery involving one. The mystery of the haunted island. Although it wasn't haunted in the end. So no. You could have saved us both time and just said no. Sorry, no, I don't know much about ghosts. Can I ask you some questions? Everybody always wants information from me. So about the Ghost Spotters League. How close are you to spotting a ghost? What kind of question is that? How am I supposed to know? Ghosts aren't cool bugs, detective. You can't just spot them out and about. How does it work then? Well, the requirements are pretty flexible. Basically, the society just needs a credible ghost sighting story or tangible proof of a ghost like a photo. Do ghosts show up in photos? It depends, but yeah. The saloon has a bunch of photos, but I don't think I don't want to send the wrong one and like embarrass myself. I don't know which ones are ghosts and which ones are just normal photos. Sounds like a bit of a puzzle. You're so strict. If I get my application denied 3 times, I'm banned from ever applying again. And I'm on my second strike. What did you send in the first 2 times? I faked the first 2 sightings. I dressed up as a ghost, and I ran really fast so it looked like a blur in the photographs. Good night, Bill. I love you. Mwah! They're so clever that they figured me out right away. That's how I know they're the real deal. I like your creativity, though. Thanks. Say, if you happen to stop by the saloon, could you take a look and see if you could tell which one of the photos has a ghost in it? I don't really care about the actual spotting the ghost myself. I just want to be part of the society. Suppose that's fair enough. Sure. If you have time, I'll take a look. Or if I have time, I'll take a look. Thanks. I keep getting mustache hairs in my fucking mouth, and it's insanely annoying. I don't suppose there is a secret society that is dedicated to stealing hats. Yeah, not that I'm aware of. But that's the thing, detective. These societies run deep. I barely scratched the surface of what there is to know. They run everything. Everywhere. Everywhere you've ever been, anything you've ever done, it's all dictated by, secret societies. Surely that can't be true. You think not, but it's true. How do you know it's true? I'm part of several forums dedicated to uncovering the truth. Is it a secret forum? What? Is the forum also a secret society? I never thought of that. I'll have to look into it. No, I'm just joking. I don't see how you can joke about something like this. Secret societies run everything. Craig, I don't think that's true. Oh yeah? What evidence do you have that it's not true? None, I suppose. Just like the lack of evidence of it being true. I'd say it's more like lack of evidence of it not being true. Agree to disagree. I'll agree to being right and you agree to be wrong. Okay, sure. Chad, do you believe in secret societies? Craig. Motive? Wanted membership to the secret hat stealing society. Needs? Definitive proof of ghost. Notes. Either a conspiracy theorist or knows way more about the world than me. Is not by my detective disguise. Drat. Always just wants to be part of something. Okay. so that's not the bank because this is the bank. That's just a store. Hey, you. Me? Hey, yeah, you. I don't like your boyfriend. Yeah, you. Can you do me a favor? Depends on the favor. What? I mean, I can't just agree to doing you a favor. I don't even know who you are. I'm Susie Rabbit. Can you do me a favor? You're the best, thanks. I need you to help me break into this bank. I will not? Huh? Dude, you already agreed to do it. I don't appreciate you lying to me. If you said you'd do me a favor, you should keep your word. I didn't agree to the favor. Oh, so now you're changing the story? Whatever, dude. Just leave me alone. Excuse me, Susie Rabbit? Hello? What? It's me, the detective. Yeah, I know. They should call you the Flake. Why? Because you always flake on your promises. I'm gonna have to break in on my own now. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, I didn't ask. Why are you breaking in anyway? Bit nosy for someone that doesn't want to help. Being nosy is my job. Fine. I don't have any ID, so I can't get into my own vault. Oh. You only want to, steal things that belong to you? Yeah. Surely there's a way of getting them. Oh, so now you want to help. Typical. I mean, breaking in sounds dangerous. You could get hurt. I heard all these banks are, booby trapped. Why? So people don't break in. What's wrong with breaking in? Well, the point of the bank is to keep valuables safe. If people can break in, it kind of defeats the purpose of a bank. I'm starting to get it. It's annoying. I have a piece of evidence that's vital to the missing hats case. Wait, what? I could really use that. So you'll help me? Huh. Really shouldn't. What kind of evidence? It's a map! I think it might lead to where the hats are hidden. I found it this morning right after the hats were stolen. It had a big letter on the top of it that said, "Crime, map, eat after reading." I didn't need it, obviously. That's good to hear. Maybe there's another way to get into your vault. Mind if I ask you some questions? The vault. So let's brainstorm ideas to get into the vault. Oh, sure. What about? We kicked the bank teller? What? Absolutely not. I'm joking, obviously. Were you? No, I wasn't. Okay, new idea. We'll find your ID. I'll be honest with you, detective. What is it? I'm pretty sure my ID is in the bank vault. Oh, that's conundrum. Yeah. But there's a silver lining. We live in a town filled with outlaws. I don't live here. Surely one of the outlaws will know how to make fake IDs. But against the rules. What rules? The bank rules. It's my vault. What are they gonna do? Ban me from my own possessions? I suppose not. Great, so it's settled. You give me a fake ID. What? No. Suit yourself. Theoretically, if I were to help. Yes, thank you, detective. I'll wait right here. Okay. Mind if I ask you some questions? So about the map. What about it? What can you tell me about it? Do you remember what it had on it? It was a map from It was a map of a graveyard, I think. Oh, that's helpful. Fairly helpful. The graveyard is massive. You'd be looking forever without some guy to tell you where to go. Besides, it's super haunted up there. I wouldn't want to spend too much time looking around. It's haunted? That's what the rumors say. You remember anything about the map? Nah, not really. Listen, if you can help me get into my vault, it's yours. That sounds like a good idea. I'll do my best. Mind if I ask you some questions that I don't have anymore, so I'm gonna leave? Susie more like sussy? Damn right. I'm legally bound not to discuss this topic. Susie. Motive? Maybe she misplaced the hats in the vault? I don't know. Needs? Fake ID. Yikes. Notes? Short stature, shorter temper. Ethical criminal. Not a big believer in rules. I guess that's the town people. Howdy, Sheriff Mason Mole. Hello. How's your new position here? What? The job. Are you enjoying being the sheriff? Yes. That's great news. You'll fit right in. Okay. You know, you look really familiar. Have I seen you around before? No. Huh. You must have a familiar face. Strange. No. Ha. You're probably right. My memory plays tricks on me all the time. Yes. So how did you meet Lobster Cop? School. Oh, you've known each other since school? That's wild. You must be close. Yes. Lobster Cop is pretty hard to please. He must think pretty highly to suggest you as the new mayor. Yes. That's nice, isn't it? To have a friend who thinks the world of you? Yep. What were you doing before this? Before? Before you became the sheriff. Did you have a different job? Yes. What was it? I helped. Helped? I helped out. Helped out who? Like, with what? Not important. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. There I go again, being nosy. Goodbye. Oh, okay, bye. Mason Mole. Motive? Wanted to be the only person in town with a hat. Needs to be left alone, it seems. Notes. A fellow, a few words. Previous job? Helped out. Oh, these could come in handy. Get it? Handy? Gloves? Excuse me? Yes, Sheriff? Those are evidence. Evidence of what? Crime? Oh, I'll leave them here. No? No? Take them. Aren't they evidence? Not yet. Cool. Well, that was a good find. I just went over the desk and clicked. I was more interested in the photo than the gloves. Cool. Bug. Where's the tavern? Hey. I guess it's that building. I can't believe Ace went to bed directly before this. She would have loved this one. Hey. Good afternoon. Welcome to Cowboy County General Store. My name's Wendy. We have a wide variety of general goods for purchase. Hi, I'm the detective. Unfortunately, at this time, we don't stock any any gear for detective work. I don't need anything. Oh, please feel free to browse our expansive selection. I'm sure you'll find what you need. No thank you. We have a wide range of general goods for purchase. Yes. Do you have any specific item that isn't in stock? We process special orders at no extra cost to the customer. I don't really need anything. Special orders have an average 2-day turnaround. That's great, a turnaround. It's one of our many great policies, such as, we are proud to offer our customers satisfaction guarantee on all purchases. What's a satisfaction guarantee? We guarantee that you will either be satisfied or dissatisfied with your purchase. What happens if I'm dissatisfied? That falls within our satisfaction guarantee. So I can get a refund? The satisfaction guarantee only guarantees a range of satisfaction from dissatisfied to satisfied. If you're feeling towards a if you're feeling towards a product doesn't fall within that range, you are entitled to a refund. That clears it up, thanks. Anyway, I'm actually here to ask some questions about the case. Unfortunately, we don't have any cases in stock at this time. The mystery, of the stolen hats. Stealing is not permitted at Cowboy County General Store. It's not permitted anywhere, really. To be clear, I'm not here to purchase or steal any items from your store. I'm here on official business to solve a mystery of the stolen hats here in Cowboy County. Right. Yeah, would have been a lot easier for me if you'd said that in the first place. I feel like I just spent much time explaining the policies and values of my store. A bit embarrassing for me, really. Like, maybe in future you tell people what you're here for, you know? Yeah, absolutely right. I'm not good at communicating quickly. I get easily swept up in conversation. I'm sorry. It's fine. I just feel a bit self-conscious. No, you did great. I learned a lot about your store policies. I'm glad to hear that. It hasn't been easy taking over the shop. You seem like an old hand at it. Ah, that's great. I'm not. I've been running the store for like 7 months. Oh, cool. Can I ask you some questions? So, you just started running the shop. How's it going? I wish I could say I'm nailing it, but honestly, it doesn't feel like that most of the time. It's no good. The shop has been in my family for generations. I thought in my hands it would be the best it's ever been, but it's just kind of the same. Seems good, you know, at least it's not worse. I suppose you're right. Is there anything that would boost your confidence? Well, there is one thing. What is it? You see these portraits on the wall? You said that one of these was from the... You said one picture is the bear from Night in the Woods. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, you're right. This is the bear from Night in the Woods. Kinda. I don't think he had a hat. But yeah, forget his name. They're lovely. Every shop owner in my family has had a beautiful portrait created of them except for me. Mine is just a silly photo. It's a nice photo. Oh, it's a nice photo. Yeah, sure, but it's not the same. I haven't got the slightest idea of how I'm supposed to get someone to create a beautiful portrait. I don't even know who would paint those. Have you tried painting one yourself? What time? Besides, art was never my strong suit. Maybe you could paint it for me. I wish. I'm not much of a painter. Well, if you find anyone that wants to paint me, can you let me know? How are they supposed to know if they want to paint you if they can't see you? Huh. Here, take this photo of me. Okay. Kind of weird. What's weird? Just carrying around a photo of you on the off chance that I find a painter who can paint you a portrait? I don't think that's weird. Okay, sorry. You did? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Can I ask you some questions, even though I don't have any more left? Bear pick. Wendy. Motive? Steal the hats and sell them back to the town. Perfect crime. Needs? Portrait painted. Notes? 7 months in the biz. Rehearsed and formal, yet professional and warm. I'm now carrying around a photo of her, and nobody thinks that's weird, especially not me. Night in the Woods was a good fucking game. Oh, hey. Ah, great. I can use this to orient myself if I get lost in this needlessly large town. Okay. Cowboy County. I like how they're commenting on how big their game is. Fuck yeah. the frog of the 1.5 hours if we're being generous. 45 minutes if you're speedy. Well, you get what I mean. It's good to see you, Detective. Have we met?
Not in person, no.
I've sent several emails asking to illustrate your frog blog. Oh, you must be Pistol.
That's me.
Finest artist in all Cowboy County and potentially the world. Yes, you've mentioned that many times in your emails.
It's a shame we haven't been able to work together.
Your stories come to me so visually. I love to illustrate them. I love that too. Unfortunately, I do not have $1 million money to pay you with.
It's actually $2 million money.
Yeah, sorry.
It don't matter, Detective. Simply keep saving up and you'll be able to afford my work one day.
I'll do that. Are you working on something at the moment?
Yes, my finest piece yet. It's well, you see, it's clearly who am I kidding, Detective? I've lost my artistic touch.
Oh, I'm sure it's just a bit of creative block.
Creative block?
No.
I clicked on a banner in cyberspace and it took me to a strange website.
What did the banner say?
Click here for an epic video of a worm who is buff. You were right to click it. When it loaded, it was just a scary picture of a witch. It made a loud cackling noise and the screen just said, "You just got cursed from this website!" Ever since then, I've lost my artistic talents.
That's terrible. When did that happen?
Earlier today.
Oh, I don't mean to doubt you, but like, are you sure it just wasn't a prank?
A prank? I don't think so. That witch was really scary, and I'm normally brave.
Did the website have any specifics about the curse?
No.
Well, how do you know the curse is on your artistic talents?
It's been 3 hours and I haven't found my latest muse.
A muse?
You know, the subject that piques my interest. Every day I find one, and today I haven't seen anything that inspires me.
Can I ask you some questions?
Go ahead.
Can you tell me more about the curse from that? Sorry, I picked up your accent. Can you tell me more about the curse from that website you visited?
I don't know what's more there to say. I wanted to see a video of a buff worm, and I was tricked, fooled, bamboozled.
Cyberspace can be a real troubling place.
Nobody warned me.
On the bright side, I clicked on a banner that said I was the 1,000th visitor and I want 100,000 money.
What? Really?
Yeah. You have the money?
They just asked for my banking information. I gave it to them.
You did what?
Relax. How else am I going to get my prize money?
Seems really dangerous.
You're just jealous because I won 100,000 money. It's already there in my bank account.
Really? You checked?
Yes. I bought this new outfit with my winnings.
Well, I'm sorry for doubting you.
It's fine.
I guess I'll always click on those banners from now on.
Sounds like a plan. We can ask you some questions. Go ahead.
You mentioned needing a muse.
I'm cursed to never have one.
Well, it's only been a few hours. One might show up.
I doubt it. I think this is the end of my painting career.
Don't give up now. What if I could help you find a muse?
You want to help me?
I would love to. Let me think. Maybe you could draw me.
I have no interest in drawing you.
That's understandable. If you can find me a photograph of something compelling to draw, I would be very grateful. I think it might be too much of a challenge. Nothing is too much a challenge for me.
What about putting on a hat?
That's fucked up.
Your head is a weird shape.
That's fucked up that you're pointing this out. I'll go find you a photo. Hey, Detective, I wish you the best of luck. Can I ask you some questions?
Go ahead.
I have a photo. I found a photo for you to paint.
Oh, can I see?
Here you go.
Wow.
This is beautiful. Is this Wendy from the store?
Sure is.
It'd be my absolute pleasure to paint this. I did it.
What?
I lifted the witch curse.
I mean, I guess. Seems like it was probably a prank.
Oh, I thought you said it was scary.
I don't think I said that. I'm really brave. Doesn't seem like something I'd say.
Right, I must be mistaken. Okay, we all make mistakes. Well, not me. So will this work as your new muse? Absolutely. Stay right there. I'm gonna paint it immediately. And voila! Wow, it's beautiful. Thank you. I'm so proud of it. What are you gonna do with it now? Oh, this is just warm up for me. You can keep this portrait if you like. Really? Yeah, I'll throw that. I don't care. I'm just happy you got my talent back. The talent was on the inside all along. Oh, was it? Okay. Cool. Pistol. Motive? Maybe hats are hard to paint. Needs? A muse. Some internet safety lesson. Got it. Notes. 2 million money is a small price to pay for art. Cursed, allegedly. Always give your banking information to anyone who asks for it. True. Fact. Afternoon, Detective. What can I get for you? Oh, nothing for me, thanks. I'm here on official business. Ah, here about the hats? I must look like a heck of a suspect. Why's that? I'm the only resident in Cowboy County without a hat. I mean, until now. That's pretty suspicious of me. I could have stolen them all out of jealousy. And cooked them up in my stew. You still had to cook them up in your stew? You bet! Oh. Everyone come get your hat, stew! Ha ha! I'm just pulling your leg, Detective. I'm a jokester. They call me Bender and Bonnie around here. That's a nice nickname. I'm literally joking! Ha 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 ha! They just call me Bonnie. I made that up. Oh. Okay. Now you're getting it? I'm full of jokes. Yeah. I get it now. Drew, banking information now. 3382. That's my bank code. It took me a second to remember it. I haven't used it in a while. Anyway, you mentioned that you don't wear a hat. Why not? My hat is a weird shape. I'm literally joking. My head is completely normal. Oh, mine too. I just don't like the way that my hats look with my dress. Plus, I'm inside most of the time, so why bother? Not a suspicious thing. LOL. Okay, LOL. Hey, Detective! Uh-huh. Yeah? I know a lot about Cowboy County! I know it all! Why are we yelling? It's a joke! LOL! Is it okay if I talk normally? Yes, but it was just a joke! Okay. Anyway, that's how I sing. My job here isn't just to run the saloon. I'm also a keen historian for Cowboy County. Despite my hilarious nature, I take the role very seriously. For example, did you know that the graveyard up on the hill is gravely haunted? Gravely. Sorry? It's gravely haunted. You know, the graveyard, it's gravely haunted. Yeah, that's what I said. I have tons of stories and photographs from the haunted hill. You can check them out if you want. Sure will, thanks. LOL. I just got it. Gravely thing. Yeah. Can I ask you some questions about the case? How much do you know about the photos here in the saloon? Legend has it, they're haunted. I don't know if I believe it, but you're welcome to take a look at them and, I'll tell you what I know. Sure, thanks. Can I ask you some questions about the case? You didn't actually make hat stew, did you? Of course not. Gross. I'm making stew, though. The only way I can think to get the regular customs back. Where did they go? Oh, they're around, but I think they got a bit scared off. Do you have bandits in the saloon? LOL, I wish. It's worse. Artists. Artists? Creative types. That doesn't sound scary at all. No, but... No. You're right. It just changes the vibe. They hang around all day creating things and finding things themselves. I miss the rootin' tootin' cowboy bootin' times we used to have. You're not a fan of art? I like the cartoon section of the newspaper, if that counts. Sure. You just want everyone to party a bit more, right? Right. Get them to stop taking themselves so seriously. So your solution is stew? Hot stew. I'm joking! Sorry, I'm learning about jokes. It's just normal stew, but I'm famous around here for it. Lure 'em in. Lure 'em in here with some stew. Keep 'em here with some party atmosphere. Sounds like a plan. I don't have enough ingredients, though. Say, could you buy me some carrots? I'll give you the cash. Sure. I got some money. Oh, and around these parts, there's really delicious cactus flowers. Could you collect 4 for me? I guess so. I'll give you as much stew as you want in return. Sounds like a good deal. Can I ask you some questions about the case? I don't have any questions. Okay, I'm gonna open my window real quick. Enjoy this jam. Oh, after this, hang on. Carrots money. Connie. Motive? A practical joke, perhaps. Needs? Carrots and cactus flowers for her stew. Notes? She's joking. Allegedly doesn't wear hats, but appears to be wearing a hat of some sort. Keeps keen Cowboy County historian. Hates creativity. Here, enjoy this jam for a second. I'm gonna go open my window. Hey. Is this a ghost? Ha! I doubt it. That's a photo of a visitor from about a year ago. They came and changed all the colors in Cowboy County. It was really weird and messy. Fun, though. They're still alive? I sure hope so. Thanks. Hang on. Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Did Grace work on this game? I don't think so. I'm just curious. No. Just a random call out, all right. This is at the graveyard, so I'm gonna look at the other photos. I feel like that's probably the ghost. Oh, I like this one. I hope it's not haunted. Bad luck, detective. This is the most haunted photo of all. Oh, why? Legend has it this rabbit was a real mean guy. He would put on banana peels out for people to trip on. Give people wedgies, you name it. Wow, that's horrible. Yeah. Wait. Sorry, I'm thinking of someone else. How embarrassing. Oh, no, yeah. This guy was the sheriff about 80 years ago. Great sheriff. Loved by all. So not haunted? Nope, sorry. All good. This guy. This one is super spooky. Surely it has to be a ghost photo. That's old Snappy Fresh. He was one of the original gold miners here in town about 100 years ago. Wow. It's old and creepy. It definitely fits the description I'm looking for. Yeah, well, you're out of luck. Oh? Old Snappy Fresh is still alive. How could he be a ghost? Still alive? How old is he? It's impolite to ask a person's age. He's 130 years old. How do you know? I asked. Coincidentally, that's how I learned it was rude to ask about someone's age. Okay, thanks. this photo a ghost? Ooh, Mark? Ha! Nah, I wish Mark was a ghost. What? It didn't come out right. Lol. That's my ex-husband. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Why did you get divorced? Seems like a pretty personal question. My bad. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's not really my ex-husband. I actually don't know who that is, but I call him Mark. I think the photo is over 50 years old. Take my word for it, though. That's not a haunted photo. That's nice energy. Okay. Good energy, good energy. Up, down, up, down. This one is standing in front of a graveyard. That's totally haunted behavior. Well, maybe she's mourning. Did you ever think of that? Why is she smiling? Yeah, good point. Actually, I know who that is. That's Betsy, one of the first shop owners here in Cowboy County. She sold all these graveyards to residents of the town. I suspect that's why she has such a big smile on her face. The smile of a clever businesswoman. Not haunted. Not haunted. Okay, thanks. Okay. Wait, was this one here before? I don't remember. It has such a strange energy to it. Yeah, suddenly I feel like really chilly when I look at it. He's handsome yet cold. It's like he's seen too much. A man who has lived 1,000 lives. There's a kindness to him, but like also a great mystery. Bonnie? Yes, detective? I think this is the haunted photo. I think you might well be right. Can I take it? Please do. I'd be glad to get rid of it. It looks like Drew. I'm not bald yet. Hey, man. I sit and ponder, detective. Is this theft a bad thing? Perhaps. But who are we to determine good and bad? A stolen hat is a message. Do not let yourself be shielded. The light of the sun holds more answers than we think. Answers to what? Questions. What questions? Why is it so bright out here? How do I change this solar-powered bobblehead? And I'm more certain of it. We spend so much time focusing on how to find the missing hats and no time considering why we had them in the first place. I mean, I would assume it's for, like, sun protection. Protection? From the sun? What harm does the sun pose to us? The sun can be bad for your skin. Like, if I stay in the sun too long, my skin goes all crispy and I turn into a crispy fried snack. Is being crispy wrong, detective? Wrong for me? Or we determine wrong from right? Well, I'm the frog detective, and I'm just a lonely poet trying to make sense of the world. Nice to meet you. And you. You sure think about a lot of things, huh? I try, but I get it wrong a lot of the time. Who we determine wrong and right? You don't mind me saying, you don't look too much like a cowboy. I'm no cowboy. I'm Dusty. I'm an outlaw / poet. I'm trying to compose the perfect cowboy poem. It's taking forever. I'm no good at this. We have so much to say. Yes, but when I write it down, it gets so muddled. Nothing comes out right. I'm sure it'll sound great. doesn't. I'm ashamed to even show it anyone. You can show me, I won't judge. Okay. Ahem. Cowboy's life. So much fun. Sitting around on your bum. Ride a scooter. Sing a tune. Say yee-haw in the afternoon. The sun is bright. Their smiles shine brighter when waving this lonely rider. I give a nod and smile back too. Yet I wish I could be someone new. An outlaw's life is not for me. I want to ride and be carefree. Instead I sit and write stuff down, not fitting in with this cowboy town. That's my poem. It's beautiful. I would say that's the perfect cowboy poem. Thanks, but I think I want to write a new one. You mind if I ask you some questions about the case? Go ahead. You need help workshopping a perfect cowboy poem? I would love that. Nobody here actually gets me, you know? Totally. I'll show you what I have so far. Maybe you can help me finish it? Sure. I saw a cowboy eat a snack full of cereal. From his sack. Nice. Saw a cowboy eat a snack full of cereal from his sack. He finished quickly, smart and sure, then headed off to get some more. Finished quickly, smart and sure, then headed off to get some more. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. Okay, sure. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover a tumbleweed in its place. Ooh, a plot twist, okay. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover a tumbleweed in its place. The cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went, feeling like an egghead. The cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went, feeling like an egghead. Aha! It's perfect. A perfect poem. I can't wait to recite this in front of a crowd. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Detective. It wasn't a problem at all. I had a lot of fun. I feel like I understand the cowboy life a bit better. I ran and I missed the bus. You okay? Maybe one day I'll feel confident enough to become one myself. I wish you the best of luck. Thanks. Hey, since I've written the perfect poem, I don't need these writing supplies anymore. Really? You don't want to write any more poems? No, I do, but every time I start a new project, I like to use new tools. So I don't take the energy from the old poem with me. Sounds expensive. Whoops, clicked off. Yeah. Anyway, take them. Okay. What's this link? I got a writing set. Dusty. Motive? Wanted to absorb cowboy powers through cowboy hat osmosis. Needs? Just someone to talk to, I think. Notes? A poet, icon, legend, friend. Longs to live the cowboy life, not great at budgeting. I'm fat, if I run, I die. Or you lose weight and become not fat. Too real? Sorry. So are you waiting for the next bus now? Here's a portrait. So you're not gonna believe this. What is it? I managed to get you a portrait. Wait, seriously? Yep. Pistol the painter saw your photo and he thought you were perfect. He said that about me? Sure did. Can I see the painting? Sure. I'll hang it up for you. Wow, it's great. Pistol's so talented. How much do I owe him? Oh, no charge. He was just glad to be free of the witch's cyberspace curse. Sorry, what? It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. Painting wasn't cursed, is it? I don't think so. Oh, good. Thanks so much for getting this portrait for me, Detective. It's no problem at all. What can I give you for the trouble? Oh, what can I give you for the trouble? Let me think. Oh, I know. Take this ladder. Oh, a whole ladder? That seems quite big. You'll barely notice you're holding it, I promise. You say so. Thanks. I was asking what the link was before I clicked it. Got a ladder. Done. Now I gotta watch this ad.
I wanted to be a cowboy, baby. I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Okay. I wanna be a cowboy. On the steel horse I ride. And I want it, dead or alive. Can I please buy these carrots? You have money? Sure do. Plenty of it. Oh, no need to brag. Just take as many as you need. Thanks. You got some carrots. Oh, I get it, Matt. I didn't read it right. I thought you just wrote cloak and dagger, and I was like, oh, that's kind of lackluster. But then I read it. I get it. That's a good goof right there. That's a good goof. Oh, I should probably get more. Hang on. Didn't she need flowers? Let's get the flowers first before I go back. What do I got? Ladder, carrots, gloves, and a ghost pick. I can bring the ghost pick to this guy. Okay, never mind. I thought he was following me. Here's a ghost pick, bud. Things more than being rejected. Well, I sang a whole song after it. So I took a look at all the photos in the saloon, and I think this one is definitely a ghost.
Oh, really? How do you know?
Bonnie helped me out by telling me the story is of all the photos, and the rest of the photos seem pretty normal, but this one is like something else.
I can just tell. The energy from this photo is very spooky and suspicious.
I should have known right away, but I suppose I can only be so smart. Oh, that's true. It's okay if I take a photocopy of this? Hey, that's fine.
Hopefully this is enough proof for the Ghost Spotters League to finally let me in.
If they don't, it's their loss.
Thanks.
Hey, can I give you something for your help? What do you got?
A pickaxe.
Why?
Sorry?
Why do you have a pickaxe?
I don't know. What's it to you? Can't I just carry around a pickaxe? Is there something wrong with it?
No, I guess not, but usually when people give stuff to me, they have a reason for having it in the first place.
Do people give stuff to you often?
Yeah, pretty often.
Oh, okay, well, I don't really have an explanation for this pickaxe thing. I'm sorry.
That's okay, I guess. Just one more mystery that will haunt me for the rest of my days.
This seems really intense. Just a pickaxe.
For you, maybe. Whatever. Thanks for the pickaxe. I have a railroad spike, and I don't know where I got it. I don't know why I have it, and I just have it. I just own it. It's just something that I own. I have no memory of it. It's just something that I got. I'm happy for all the worm representation we're getting. Can I, like, put a ladder on the back of the bank and, like, break in at the top? No? Okay.
They come from a far and wide to face off with the powerful Rhonda Dynamite.
Rhonda Dynamite?
That's me. Ready your weapon, frog. It's time for us to do battle.
I don't have a weapon. I'm not super interested in doing battle.
Then why are you here to face me? This is my land, frog. You can't just waltz in here and expect to take it.
Your land? You own this scooter barn?
No, but I'll order here every day. Everybody knows this. Where have you been? Do you live under a rock, frog? I thought a lily pad might be more suitable.
I live at 100 Skeleton Street, Slippery Pond.
You just give me your full address?
Yes?
We just met. You give your full address to strangers?
Why not? How else are you gonna know where I live?
I mean, it's a good point.
The detective does not have a great point. Do not give your address out to strangers, unless your house is super cool and you're like mega rich. Then tell people where you live, because of how else are they gonna like know you live in a mansion? Okay, even then, just like show them a photo. Don't give them your address. Thanks for playing. I'll leave you to it. Thanks, Grace. Anyway, I'm not sure why you're trying to fight me. Would you like me to leave?
No, I'm enjoying having some company. So, what do you do?
Huh?
What do you do as a job?
Oh, I'm the detective. I'm here to solve the case of the missing hats.
Just in time. When you find the culprit, bring him here. I'll beat him up.
What? No.
Give him a taste of these fists. Kick him in the nose.
Tie their shoes behind their head and trip them!
Behind the head. Tell them they're ugly.
Please, no!
I'm an outlaw detective. I hate it when people do the wrong thing.
It's the opposite of an outlaw.
Huh? You're right. I think this life is not for me anymore.
You think so?
Be honest with you, detective, I was meaning to apply for the sheriff position.
Oh, it was filled just before I got here.
Yeah, I know, by some rando.
His name is Mason Mole. I'm sure Lobster Cop wouldn't have given the job to just anyone. He must be very qualified.
Doesn't mean he's not a rando.
I mean, I suppose not. What makes you want to be the sheriff?
I'm a natural leader. I run the outlaw group with class and style. And I love to help others. I got a problem that needs solving? I'm your girl. And I'm tough. No one is gonna mess with me.
Wow, you sound like a great fit for the job.
I think so. But it's too late now.
Not necessarily. I mean, you could always talk to Mason Mole and show him your expertise. Maybe you could be like co-sheriffs.
That's a great idea.
You mind if I question you about the case I'm working on? So about the sheriff, or about being sheriff. How do you intend to become the sheriff?
By force. I will simply beat up Mason Mole.
What? You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I'm Rhonda Dynamite. Rules don't apply to me.
What did Mason Mole ever do to you?
I don't know, but he's shifty. I just don't trust his face.
Please don't take the role by force. Have you tried submitting a resume?
A resume, you say? Like a list of my skills and experience?
Yeah, I think that would be a better option than beating up Sheriff Mason Mole. This is like talking to V.
Less fun, though. I don't really have the writing supplies for making a resume. If I had paper and stuff, I could probably manage it.
I can get you the writing supply. Just please don't beat up the sheriff.
Fine. I was just thinking about it.
Do you mind if I question you about the case I'm working on? Oh, here's some writing supplies.
Oh, how did you get those so quickly?
I helped to compose a beautiful poem.
Sounds boring, but thanks for getting me these writing supplies for me. I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I have a bunch of skills.
I wish I had a bunch of skills.
We can't all be Rhonda Dynamite.
You mind if I question you about the case I'm working on? Your job. Hey, Ted, how you doing? What kind of work do you do?
Well, detective, I'd love to tell you, but I don't even know I can trust you.
Oh, yeah, of course, I understand. If you're worried about me telling on you, I won't tell. My only concern today is the mystery of missing hats. If you've stolen the hats, I will totally tell on you, though.
That's reasonable. Okay, then. I'm Mouse of many skills. I specialize in forgery and fraud.
Wow, sounds intense.
It's mostly a lot of printing stuff out. I can forge all types of things, important documents, birth certificates, IDs, you name it.
Could you forge a certificate that says #1 best detective?
Why?
No reason. I'm just joking. Pretend I didn't say that.
Okay.
Do you mind if I question you about the case I'm working on? I need a fake ID for Susie. You mentioned you can forge identification, right?
I sure can.
I was wondering if you could help me out.
Sure, anything for my friend the detective.
Amazing. I need to get a fake ID made for Susie. Can you help?
Can do.
Did you want to know what it's for?
Nope, not interested in other people's business. I'll get that ready for you in a jiffy.
Okay. Hi, dude, how are you?
All right, all done. Anything else I can help you with?
I think I'm good for now. Thank you.
No worries, partner.
Hey, dude, you want to see something cool? Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey. Hey, dude. Hey. Hey, hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey, dude. Hey. Hey, dude, you want to see something cool? Rhonda Dynamite. Motive? I honestly don't think she would need a motive to steal the hats. Like, just a hunch, though. Write a resume? Done. Wants to fight me? No, wait, she wants to fight everybody. Knows my full address, dreams of being the sheriff. I'd love to see something cool. Check this out, dude. How do they do it, right? It's fucking crazy. But just you wait, it gets better. And in the meantime, is it Floas? Floas, thank you for the follow. I stream every single night at 11 p.m. EST except for Sunday and Wednesday. Feel free to come by anytime. I also do bi-monthly 24-hour streams, but those might not be happening anymore. I don't know. Regardless, it would be happening in January. I don't know. But I also have a YouTube channel where I upload a weekly gaming news show every single Monday, and game reviews every now and then. I also have a Twitter, TikTok, and a Discord. In the Discord, I post weekly schedules for the plan that's for the stream going forward. Highly recommend you join the Discord so that you know what's going on with the content. How you doing, dog? The worm is playing all of these instruments. How are they doing it? How are they managing to play all of these instruments at once with just a piano? It's not even a keyboard, it's a piano! Anyways, that's it. We'll come back there, I'm sure. I wish I was playing throughout the whole game, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, Susie, I got a fake ID. My life better with this? No problem, anytime. Mind if I ask you some questions? Even though I don't have any questions, I'm just gonna give you a fake ID? Okay, so, before I give you this, just know that this makes me very uncomfortable. But I know how important it is to me to solve this case and impress Lobster Cop, so here's your fake ID. Yes! This rules. It looks so realistic. I don't think it looks realistic at all, but it should be enough to get you in. Okay, I'll be right back. It worked! Thanks, Detective. I'll be sure to tell everyone I know about how you helped me. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't need to tell anyone. Hear ye! Hear ye! Hear ye! The detective helped me break into this bank! No! They should call you the burglar! I do not want to be called that! Fine. Here, I got this map for you. Good night, Judy. I love you. Mwah! I have my real ID out, so I won't be breaking the rules anymore. I'm glad to hear it. Thanks for the map. I think it'll be a big help. We got one of the main ingredients for the game, one of the main mission, and it changed the entire soundtrack of the game. That's pretty cool. Aw. Wait, hang on. Here we go. Snake. Wait, that's one of the flowers. That's one of the prickly cactuses. Good thing I have these gloves to protect myself from these my soft little fingers. I'm gonna go up to that sloth. I don't remember how many flowers I need. Spooter. Another one. Got a cactus flower. I want a scooter. Remember those razor scooters that would like grind? I had one of those. It did not work. It wasn't good. Hey, man. Wow, look at you. Huh? You're jumpy. Your vacant smile. Those piercing eyes. Are you a model? I certainly am not. Maybe it's time to start modeling. Maybe. Or maybe it's time to solve a mystery. Huh? Yeah. You mean the ones that would grind into your ankle? Good times? Yeah, they didn't work very well. Actually, I don't know what you mean. I'm a detective. Oh. Is there a problem? I don't want any trouble. I'm an outlaw, you see. My name is Sherman. Authority and I don't always see eye to eye. Oh, I have no authority at all. You have the authority to steal my heart. What? Because of your good luck? Huh? It's just a little joke. Not about your looks. You look great. I feel like I've been nailing the voices tonight. Like, I've been looking at characters and giving them a voice, and I feel like I've been nailing... I feel like I've been nailing it, all right? You could, like, steal my heart because you're so dashing. Ha! You're too kind. Anyway, how can I help you, detective? I'm here about the missing hats. The missing hearts? You've stolen them. Sorry, just joking. Maybe not the time for my killer sense of humor. The hat's right. Mine was stolen. Do you have any leads or who done it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you see any suspicious, anything suspicious over the last couple of days? I looked in a mirror. I'm suspicious looking because I'm an outlaw. Oh. Honestly, I'm a bit confused how this new sheriff came into the picture. My fellow outlaw, Rhonda Dynamite, was working up the courage to ask her to be the new sheriff. Certainly she didn't get the courage in time because this new guy, Mason Mole, wandered in here like he owned the place. You don't like him? Oh no, don't get me wrong, he's okay. I just don't know why he wants to be the sheriff. Cowboy County has always been a lawless land. That's the way we like it. Everybody respects and understands each other here. So I thought it would be better if the sheriff was one of us. Not saying he'll do a bad job or anything, but I just hope he keeps the county as kind as it ever was. You spoken to him much? He's barely said 2 words the whole time he's been here. I assume he's shy, so I won't give him. I'll give him time to settle in. But I don't know. It can be strange when someone new comes into your community. I really want to be as welcome as possible, but I have a few concerns. You don't mind if I ask you questions about the case? Why are you suspicious of Mason Mole? It's not like me to be suspicious, really. You know me. I don't. Not yet. Anyway, I just don't really understand his motives. Why is he here? I'm not sure. Obviously, I want to trust Lobster Cop's judgment, but this new guy is so quiet and shady. Do you even know what he did before this? I have no idea. Do you know? Nope. Figures. It figures. Do you mind if I ask you a question about the case? So the mine. Any reason you're hanging out by the mines? What do you mean French jellyfish? What are you talking about? Well, yeah. I heard there's gold in there. Wow. Really like gold. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but like, I want to ask, is this a thing for sloths? Is it a thing for sloths to like gold? Why do you ask? My friend Martin is a sloth and also loves gold. He made a crown out of it. Sounds heavy. Yeah. Well, I haven't really thought about it before, but yes, I think sloths do like gold, but then again, who doesn't? I find it doesn't suit my complexion. I think anything would suit your complexion. But anyway, I've been trying to get into the mine, but it's all blocked up. Dang, have you tried exploding it with dynamite? What? No, that sounds really dangerous. I was thinking more along the lines of a pickaxe. Oh, yeah, that'd probably be better. You have one? I could trade you for a shovel. Oh, think about it. You mind if I ask you some questions about the case? I have a pickaxe. You mentioned you wanted a pickaxe, right? Sure did. I have one here if you'd be willing to trade for the shovel. Oh, I love that, thanks. I could also trade for a nice dinner, just you and I. Yeah, I'll take the shovel for now. Offer's open. Maybe after I solve the case. Okay. There's a French jellyfish in Splatoon and he's beating me at cards. Yo, fuck French jellyfish. I prefer my jellyfish Jamaican. Sherman. Motive. I don't know, I just find it, I found it difficult to pay attention. Those eyes. Notes. Sherman. You make me blush. So funny, so cool. I refuse to be charmed. This is a suspect. I hope he didn't do it. Aw. Aw. Cool. What did you pick in the Splatfest? Hi, Lobster Cop. I think I have most of what we need. We need food, I believe. This time spicy? I think it was spicy, sweet, sour, right? Hey, man. Yeah, I would have chose sweet. Which unfortunately is the little gremlin, I believe. Oh, it's a well. Hey, this ladder's perfect for climbing down this well. Lucky me. Ah, dude, that was lucky. Oh, I found a key. Okay. People are so careless nowadays. Never heard of a keychain? I'll take this with me. I got a key. In this well that I randomly climbed down for some reason. Do I know what the key is for? No. I'm sure it's for something. Not only is this ladder perfect for climbing down, I can also use it for climbing up. Lucky me. I think that's where I came in. Whoops, didn't mean to open this. I wonder if this will hurt me. Yeah, it's got a little hat. Wait, why do you have a hat? Sus! Sus, why do you still have your hat? Dad, does anybody remember how many flowers I needed? I can't get up here. I got a cactus flower. I'm sure it says. At least one? Thanks. I'm sure it says. Carrots and cactus flowers. Well, fuck. I'm gonna assume that it was 3 because that's how many I have. But hang on, let me open that map. been everywhere except the graveyard. Yeah, I got a thing. Can I ask you some questions about this case? I had some carrots. Good trick. My trick was riding it indoors. You're the best, detective. How did you even manage that? I simply went next door and bought some. That's so cool. I'll add them to the stew now. Can I ask you some questions about the case? I got some cactus flowers. Just been flower picking. Great. Here's what I've collected so far. I'll add them to the stew. The flavor isn't quite right yet. Could you get me more cactus flowers? I'm on it. We need to find more flowers, chat. Can we get in? Oh, that's probably what the key was for! The key fits in here fine. But I'll wait till Lobster Cop gives me the okay to open it. Okay. Let's take a look-see around the intro area and see if we can find any more flowers. Oh, there's one right there. There we go. Wicked trick, thanks. That should be enough flowers. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, that was fast. Hang on, I want to right back here anyways. For funsies. Oh, there's the gate. Okay. Speed run! Oh. They thought about it. They had a mime up there for security. I get it. I get it. I'd put a mime up there too, honestly. That's a good idea. I can't get up there. Yo, look at that! Woo! Check this out! Woo! Oh, I wonder if that's anything. Oh, there's another cactus flower. Whoops. Oh, I can't pick it up. Okay, so I guess I did need to find all of them. That's nice. Hey, y'all just hanging out? You smooching over here? And there's another one. Huh, that's cool. There was more cactus flowers around than what I needed. Yeah, I thought I seen something earlier. I did not. Can I take one of the other scooters? No, okay. Yo, listen to the music now. That's fucking sick. Hey, I got a flower for you. Okay. I really wish you told me that the cactus flowers are so hard to get. I nearly pricked myself even though I got the gloves before I needed it. Ah, did ya? That's so funny. It's not funny at all. It's hilarious. It's not hilarious. That would have hurt! Yeah, it would have. Good thing I managed to find some gloves. You like secondhand gloves? I mean, first and secondhand, yeah. Eh, thanks for getting them. No problem. How would you look at that? What? Got all the ingredients. I mean, it was a pretty simple task. I'm so proud of you. What's wrong? This is a little condescending. What's condescending about being proud of you? I don't know, all I did was pick some flowers and go to the store. I mean, that's more than I did. I suppose. Just give me a second, I'll finish up the stew and give you some. Great, thanks. I reckon I could give this to Lobster Cop. Do whatever you want. I didn't ask. Fuck you. I don't care about you. Is that all I needed? Crime scene map, got it. Criminal tool, got it. Key, got it. Meal, crime scene map, maybe I don't have. Is this the crime map? Oh, there's a crime map. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yep, I got everything. Let's go, Cowabunga. What time is it? 3:14. I'm ahead of schedule. Let's fucking go. Hey, man. So
are you finished?
huh?
Did you find all the things I asked for?
I think so.
Ah, great initiative. Let's take a look. A map of the crime scene. That looks like a map of the graveyard. Well, that could be it, but we'll have to wait and see. A tool capable of aiding the criminal activity. Oh, a shovel. I think you could be right, Detective. A key that will lead us to a clue. That sure looks like a key to me. Any idea where it could lead? A meal for the #1 best detective. Ah, thank you very much. As #1 best detective, this stew is clearly for me. Ah, would you look at that? The rookie came through. Nice work, Detective.
Thank you, Lobster Cop.
You go ahead and check out the crime scene. I'll be right behind. I just have some quick business to attend to.
I can do that.
I'll take that meal now, though.
It's all yours. Enjoy. Done. Cool. Well, here goes nothing. Clearly different looking grave. Here we go. According to the map, this is where the hats are hidden. Odd crime, if you ask me. I wish I could figure out the motive of this crime. It doesn't make any sense. Oh well. I'll just dig these up and hope Lobster Cop has more information. Great! I found the hats. I'm sure everyone will be so relieved to have him back. I'll take him back to town. It sure is nice to have a simple resolution to this mystery. Uh-huh. Lost hats. Mysteriously silent. Hey, Galaxy, how are you? Been a while.
Here comes the detective now. Just in time for the town meeting to begin.
The first order of business is poem. Please read poem. Hello. I would like to read my poem. This is the first time performing a poem and I am nervous. Please do not laugh. I saw a cowboy eat a snack, full of cereal from his sack. He finished quickly, smart and sure, then headed off to get some more. But just ahead, to his shock, he saw a goblin on a rock. He waddled over, concentrated face, only to discover a tumbleweed in its place. The cowboy smiled and shook his head, and off he went, feeling like an egghead. Thank you for the poem. Next order of business. Crime solved. I am pleased to announce that I have recovered.
I'll stop you right there, Detective. I am pleased to announce that I have found the culprit of the case of the missing hats. I worked hard to come to this conclusion, so I trust you have your full attention as I go through the facts.
Please pay attention.
Earlier today, I had the pleasure of appointing Mason Mole to the title of sheriff.
Everybody likes this.
Yes, this is a universally loved decision. Shortly after, the detective arrived.
That's me.
Quite pleased, detective. As soon as the detective arrived, I'm sure you all noticed your hats go missing.
Wait.
This is with great sadness that I have to tell you this. The culprit of this crime, the hat-stealing monster in Cowboy County, is none other than the second best investigator, Frog Detective.
Wait, what?
I have been presented a piece of evidence by our very own Mason Mole that ties the detective to the crime.
What evidence?
This.
No, this is a mistake. I was digging up the hats because I found their location.
Then why do you look so bad?
I don't. Someone's drawn eyebrows on me. I don't even have eyebrows.
You have to admit it, detective. You have a big motive.
A motive? What?
You've come into a town that prides itself on hats. It's a well-known fact that you cannot wear hats.
Weird head shape.
Yes, thank you, Mason Mole. Because of your weird head shape.
But I don't mind if other people wear hats.
It seems to me you do, detective. Why else would you steal the hats and hide them where nobody else would find them?
But I didn't.
Tell it to the judge.
What judge?
Huh. That's a good point. We haven't seen a crime like this in our society before. We'll have to invent a punishment.
I have an idea.
What is it?
Bedroom. What?
That's less of an idea, more of an ominous concept.
I will elaborate. We put the frog in the bedroom for punishment of crime. No!
An excellent, if shocking, idea, Sheriff Mason Mole. We will construct the bedroom at once.
I already made it. It's in my office.
Oh, well, in that case, detective, I sentence you to 1 year of living in the bedroom.
This is the worst day of my life. How have you been, Galaxy? What have you been up to?
Just wanna go home to Slippery Pond, where the air is fresh and life goes on. I've been in here for far too long, so here I go, just singing my song. Be number one, don't remember what I've done. Can anyone hear me? Does anyone care? I really believed that life was fair. Just wanna go home to Slippery Pond, where the air is fresh. Here I go, just singing my song.
That's fucking hilarious.
Took my time in learning how to be the best. So what comes now? Can't remember not doing right. But while I'm here, maybe I might. Just wanna go home to Slippery Pond, where the air is fresh and life goes on. I've been in here for far too long, so here I go, just singing my song. Slay.
Slay. To my loyal Frog Blog readers, hour number 1 of my time in the bad room. I know that I am innocent. Unfortunately, because the number 1 best detective put me here, nobody will believe me. That's what you get for being second best. I'm not sure anybody reads my Frog Blog anymore because of my alleged crimes, but if you are reading, thank you. I hope to prove my innocence in the case of the hat theft, and return to being as good of a detective as I can be. Not sure why Sheriff Mason Mole has framed me, but my hope is that it's all just one big misunderstanding, as is the case with the most mysteries I am involved in. It would really hurt my feelings to know that he did this on purpose. I'm grateful that Lobster Cop has given me access to a computer so that I can continue to write my blog posts. Though I must say, I'm not sure if I'll have much to write about here. Thank you for reading. Frog Detective X. Fuck, what voice did I give Mystery Monkey? Does anyone... What? Someone check the VOD. What voice did I give Mystery Monkey? I think it was like this. I think it was this. I think it was British though. I think it was like this. Is this the voice that I gave Mystery Monkey? Was it like this? Somebody check the VOD. God damn it. I didn't know I was supposed to remember Mystery Monkey. Why would I need to remember Mystery Monkey?
But then you get relied by the power of the...
Nope. What voice did I give him? What was the voice? I don't know. What the fuck, Quack? Why are you saying no? Hang on, I'm gonna go check my own VOD. Hang on, give me a second. Let's go with it. No, I refuse. Hang on. Okay. There it is. All right, cool. This is terrible. I can't believe this. What's going on? I'm reading
reading the latest frog blog post, I was so excited to see how the detective solved the mystery in Cowboy County. But I can't believe it. This detective has been framed for a crime.
Crime is real?
Let's not jump to any conclusions here.
Of course, sorry.
What do we do, Mo?
We get back to our science work?
I can't possibly concentrate on our scientific discoveries in these conditions. Mo, I have to help the detective.
How are you gonna do that?
I'll have to solve the mystery myself.
What the fuck?
Look out to my lab, Mo. I'm not coming back until I've proven the detective's innocence.
Wow, Mystery Monkey is so cool.
Oh, there's more game. A little later. Hi, Neon, how are you? Can I help you? Hi, Supervisor. My name is Mystery Monkey. We talked on the phone a while back about the mystery of the haunted island. Of course. How can I forget? It's good to see us. Likewise. I realize this is highly unusual, but I'm here about one of your detectives. Ah, is it Lobster Cop? No. Investigator Eel? No. Inspector Iguana? The incredibly sandy moth PI? No, none of those. I'm here about Frog Detective. Oh, of course. Our second best detective. Well, Detective isn't around right now. I sent my top 2 investigators to help over at Cowboy County. You haven't heard? Heard what? The detective has been framed for a crime over in Cowboy County. That's terrible news. How can you be sure it's a setup? The story doesn't add up. And I know the Frog Detective would never do something so horrible as to steal the town's hats. Well, there is a clear motive there. I know, but it's out of character. Even if the detective is guilty, the punishment is really harsh. The detective has been sent to the bad room. Oh no! What's the bad room? It's something that Sheriff Mason Mole invented. Mason Mole. That name sounds familiar. Oh? I've seen him around before. Just sort of loitering around the offices. Loitering, you say? I remember a kind of shady guy hanging around on Morton's Island back when we were there to investigate the ghost noises. He arrived shortly before the detective, but I didn't get a chance to catch his name, and he didn't even say hello. When I saw his photo on the Frog blog, I knew right away something was amiss. Great detective skills, Mystery Monkey. I know it's a big ask, but do you mind if I snoop around in the Frog Detective's office and look for clues? Be my guest. Yeah. If crime is real because it made me laugh, I appreciate that. Always appreciate clips of things that make you laugh. An achievement called Monkey. I shouldn't snoop in Lobster Cop's office, and I shouldn't snoop in Lobster Cop's office unless I have a reason to. This will be my default voice for the rest of this fucking video game. I did not think this through. That's him. Clue detecting powder. How convenient. I'll just spread this powder around and take a look for clues. Got clue detecting powder. I just didn't know your voice could go that high.
That high?
Is it not this dog? Because that's new. that not what we're looking for? Oh, it's that. Oh. Yeah, my voice, I'm the voice actor for Toad, after all. Huh. I have a lot of this shit. Oh, it went right to Lobster Cop's office, huh? You, like, weirdly started to walk out, though. That's a little strange, but whatever. Huh? It couldn't be. I like this Deus Ex Machina that is the crime-solving powder. What could Lobster Cop be hiding? Photocopy of Frog Detective's notebook. I just found a post of some guy looking for a BF in Splatoon. I mean, you got any offers? A copy of Frog Detective's notebook. Lobster Cop and Mason Mole. A note. It reads, Hello, Lobster Cop. It's me, your bestie forever, Mason Mole. I have done what you asked. It was not easy to trail the detective unnoticed, but I think I did a great job. I fear that your suspicions are correct and the Frog Detective is on the right track to overtaking your position as #1 best detective. If you keep pretending to solve mysteries instead of actually solving them, the supervisor will eventually notice. So I've taken the detective's notebook inside are great insights to how the detective works through the case. Maybe you can read them. But it may not be enough. As the detective gets better and better, your position as #1 is threatened. I think it's time to enact the plan you came up with. It's devious and mean and not very nice. But if you want to be the best, you gotta get rid of the best. This can't be true. Lobster Cop, the #1 detective, is a fraud? I need to get the supervisor and head to Cowboy County. There's been a terrible misjustice. Fuck. Why is everybody blocked? Why is everybody blocked off? Can I, like, talk to him in the window? No? Oh, there's people there. Oh, they got their hats. Would you look at that? Howdy, folks. What brings you around these Cowboy County so late?
Zawtooth, so you better have a good reason.
We don't want any trouble. We're here for our good friend, the Frog Detective. Duality of frog. How can one so kind, poetic, and thoughtful also be a stealer of all our hats? Frog so pretty, so alluring, and gay.
I really trusted the Frog Detective. That snake.
Can't go on a date with a criminal. It's just not me. Aren't you a bandit? Outlaw? So you live outside the law. I put on a different accent. Well, when there's no law, it makes it pretty easy. Doesn't matter anyway. The Frog Detective is innocent.
Sure. We all saw the photo.
Those furrowed brows tell the whole story. Frog Detective doesn't even have eyebrows. Ah, so those are stolen too. No, you're mistaken. No, you're mistaken. Mystery Monkey found all the evidence.
Who's Mystery Monkey?
That's me. You may have read my comments before on Frog Detective's Frog blog. I'm a pretty active user.
Frogs are still a thing?
Regardless, you say it was all a mistake. Not so much a mistake, a setup. I have a reason to believe Sheriff Mason Mole and Lobster Cop coordinated the takedown of our beloved Frog Detective.
What?
That's so messed up. Who would do such that thing to that beautiful frog? Someone very jealous, I'm afraid.
How can we help?
These are such drastically different voices that I'm trying to switch to. It's very hard. If you could point us to the direction of where Frog Detective is being held, that would help a lot. Easy. Sheriff Mason Mole has the detective locked up in the bad room at the back of the sheriff's office.
If you're quiet, you should be able to sneak in without trouble.
Thanks for your help, bandits.
We're outlaws.
My bad. Thanks for your help, outlaws. So does the supervisor just go in my pocket when he's not here? Dang it. I was wrong. Mystery Monkey? Supervisor? What are you doing here? I didn't know I was allowed visitors in the bedroom, or that anyone would want to visit me. Well, here to bust you out. What? Mystery Monkey has proof that you were framed. I knew it! Sheriff Mason Mole was up to something. Not just him, Detective. Sorry to tell you, but I believe Lobster Cop and Mason Mole planned this all along. Can't be. Lobster Cop is #1 best detective. Why would he try to frame me? It's hard to know it for sure until we ask, but it looks like Lobster Cop has been dealing with a lot of bad cases. Looks like Lobster Cop has been dealing with a bad case of jealousy. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to read. Green with envy, one might say. Envious of who? You, Detective. It's not possible. It's time to shift your understanding of the world, Detective. Not everyone is out here to do a good job and solve mysteries like you. Simply can't believe it. Well, wait until dawn and confront... Let's wait until dawn and confront Lobster Cop and Mason Mole once and for all. Jesus Christ, I can't read! The sun is coming up as we speak. I'll call a town meeting.
What is the meaning of this?
Only I get to call town meetings. I have called this town meeting for a very specific purpose. I have some news about the hat-stealing case.
But it's closed. I solved it.
Is that so, Lobster Cop?
Supervisor, what are you doing here?
Please give your attention to Mystery Monkey for a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. Thank you, the town, for meeting us here on short notice. Sheriff Mason Mole, I have an important question to ask you. What? How long have you and Lobster Cop been scheming to bring down a Frog Detective? Huh? What?
This is ridiculous.
Lobster Cop, I found the secret drawer in your office.
You can't go in through my office. That's a crime.
Please stop trying to invent crimes. Crime is not real. As I was saying, I found your secret drawer. I found the letter that Mason Mole wrote to you. I shouldn't have detailed my schemes on paper. Sheriff Mason Mole has been tailing the detective since I called for help on the mystery of the haunted island. As the lead scientist on the island at the time, I can confirm I had several reported sightings of Mason Mole sneaking around like a slippery snake. Wait, why didn't you tell me? Feels like someone sneaking around the island was kind of relevant to that case. I was just too starstruck. In any case, I contacted my friend, Carlos, who runs the shop over at Warlock Woods, and he also confirmed a sighting of Mason Mole hiding behind his shop. Well, I actually didn't even find that one. What? I never... Oh, but you did! Sheriff Mason Mole, I have reason to believe that you were hired by the Lobster Cop to follow the detective. No, that's not... This is all a mistake.
No, Mason Mole. It's time for us to come clean. Frog Detective, ever since you moved next door to my office, I felt threatened. You are so methodical in your case solving. I'd read your blogs and go green with envy. I've been #1 best detective for so long that I grew complacent. Every time the supervisor had a mystery to solve, I began to believe I wouldn't be able to do it, and passed it to you. I just began to pretend to solve mysteries, hoping the supervisor wouldn't notice. I was embarrassed at myself and angry at you.
Angry? But, Lobster Cop, your investigative abilities far outweigh mine.
Maybe they used to, but I became so focused on my shortcomings that my work began to suffer. Mason Mole was there for me. Having friends is so important, but we're bad influence on each other.
I needed work, so I suggested the Lobster Cop that I help take you down. And I had the perfect plan. Very subtle, you see.
I'm ashamed that it got to that point. Instead of asking you for help, or swallowing my pride, I let jealousy get the best of me.
How did you frame the detective? It was a joint effort. When I arrived in town, I sneakily stole all the hats and quickly buried them in the graveyard. I wrote a map to where they were buried for the detective to find. But I didn't find the map. Susie did. I didn't execute it very well, I admit. But once he had the resources to dig up the hats and Lobster Cop had a clear alibi, I waited for a place to take your photo. Wait, what was Lobster Cop's alibi?
I was eating a delicious meal.
Of course. I'm ashamed to say that I also drew evil eyebrows on the photo of you. But what I don't understand is why you had to put me in the bad room. Framing me was bad enough, but you made up a whole room for me to be trapped in. That was unusually cruel. I'm inclined to agree. Putting somebody into a room, whether they did a naughty thing or not, seems really harsh and unfair. How is someone supposed to grow from their mistakes if they just are sitting around trapped? This was all a message. I really hate that room. That room was my idea. Sorry. It was a terrible idea. I realize this now, my bad. Lobster Cop, Mason Mole. You've done something very serious and mean. Something similar to a crime. Our society doesn't have strategies in place to deal with things like this. You gonna send us to the bad room? Absolutely not. That's messed up. No, but there needs to be consequences. Lobster Cop, you have you have abused your power in ways that I cannot begin to comprehend. Mason Mole, you enable and encourage this behavior. I'm mad at both of you.
We deserve that.
I think an appropriate course of action is to remove Lobster Cop from the detective agency. I think you should change career paths for your own good. Maybe do something that, helps contribute to society.
Cop no longer. Okay. I will hand in my badge and gun.
Gun? Wait, why do you have a gun? I didn't even know they were real. That's messed up.
Like I ever used it.
Mate.
Was he supposed to be Australian this whole time?
I gave Lobster Cop the gun. Okay, well, yes, hand that in. I have an idea of what you could do as a job, Lobster Cop. Oh? Why don't you talk to Bonnie about joining the post office? Lobster Posty.
Lobster Posty has a nice ring to it.
Can I join too? I don't see why not. Well, then it's settled. Lobster Posty, Posty Mason Mole, do you have anything to say to the detective?
Yes. I'm sincerely sorry for what I did to you, Detective. It was mean, rude, evil, and not nice. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I hope with time I can prove myself as a great postie and right some of the wrongs I've done.
Detective, I acted poorly and encouraged behavior that I shouldn't have. I'm going to channel that energy into being a postie, and please rest assured that you will never have a late parcel ever again. Thank you both for the apology. I accept it. Say, now that that's all sorted, I have an announcement to make. Oh? Lobster Cop is no longer the number one best detective. After some impeccable detective work on this case, I'm really pleased to announce a new number one detective. Congratulations to... Mystery Monkey! Wow, congratulations, Mystery Monkey! What an achievement! I cannot believe it! Thank you so much! I'll have to shut down my research facility so I can investigate full-time.
You can move into my old office. There's already a bunch of trophies in there for you to keep.
Great! What an honor to work next door to the number one best detective. Again. This calls for a celebration. Bonnie, can you prep the saloon for a dance party? Can do. Oh, and Lobster Postie. Postie Mason Mole?
Yeah?
You're invited too. I'm out of here. Weeks later. Sick. Random dog. Yes? Frog Detective Crime Solving Agency, Frog Detective speaking. How may I solve your mystery? Hey, Frog Detective. Yes, Mystery Monkey? Happy birthday! Thanks so much! I know it's your birthday, but I have a really difficult case that I just can't crack. But you're the number one best detective. I know, but this one is a doozy. Could you help me out? Of course. I'll be right there. Hey, detective. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mystery Monkey 49. Good to see you, Frog Detective 03. What? Just a joke. Are there two other frog detectives? I don't know, I was just joking. Got me all worried. That really stresses me out. Frog Detective 1, Frog Detective 2, and now Frog Detective 3? How do you know there won't... how do you think I feel with 48 other mystery monkeys? Huh. That's a good point. Anyway, thanks for meeting me here. The case information is in the other room. Just head down the hallway and I'll meet you there. Will do. Man, there's just ending after ending to this game, huh? He fucking put his face over the photo. Surprise! Huh? Wow, what's everyone doing here? Fuck, I think it was,
Well, Detective, we all appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yeah, our town has never been so peaceful thanks to you. I'm just, same with my island. I haven't heard of ghosts in ages. I mean, technically, you never heard a ghost. We heard it's your birthday, so we all arranged to come here and surprise you. It worked. That's not all, Detective. We got you a present. Wait, no, that wasn't it. It was whatever. It should be coming any minute now. I ordered it on WhizBay.
Special birthday delivery!
Sorry, Quack. Is that for me? Who's, oh. That's what it was. Gotcha. I got that. Happy birthday! Wait, what is this? That's easy, Detective. It's a hat. I can't wear hats due to my head shape. Why don't you try to put it on? Well, would you look at that? It's a hat that fits. Aww. The real mystery has been solved. Thank you for playing Frog Detective. We have loved making these games for you. We are so grateful that so many people have spent time with our silly story. Our latest toast science discovery. Jam, love Mo and Mystery Monkey. Collaborating on our latest potion, Lola and Mandy. We're celebrating Craig's acceptance to the Ghost Spotters League. See you soon, love from Bonnie, Craig, and Susie. Finally got a sponsorship with Dr. Tight Smiles 101, tooth whitening cool paste for teeth, TM, XO Fresh X. Family reunion, so much wool was shed. Gross. From Noodle and Barney. Thanks for our date. I had so much fun, XO Sherman. Aww. So handy having a muse right next door to the saloon. Regards, Pistol. I can't tell you what I'm up to, but it's very cool and secret. Eat after reading, Bernie. You became an FBI agent after all. I'm the sheriff now. I didn't even have to beat anyone up. From Rhonda Dynamite. I wish that song was longer. Finally convinced Carlos to take a holiday. Best, Ralph. Nice. We are not the same guy. Larry and Lobster Posty. I mean, true, they're not. Listen to this jam. Oh man, it's such a jam. Here you go. My first day of cowboy school. X Dusty. It didn't work. Every employee of the month at the post office. Thanks, Mason Mole. Oh, I know I didn't work. Thanks for the magnet. I attached it to this boat and went up super fast. Oh, there's music. Thanks for the magnet. I attached it to this boat and went super fast. Warm regards, Koala. There are so many shells down here. Well wishes from the deep blue seas orbit. We performed together at the latest dance contest. We came third. Finley and Martin. Too busy signing autographs right now. Talk later, Mary XO. Hell yeah, she did become famous. I broke my leg. Sent from my phone. Naughty. Aw, poor Naughty. I literally have not left the hot tub since you were here. From Victor. Oh, dude, your poor skin. Goddamn. Finally met my hero, Lobster Posty. Much love, Susan. Fiend. Except for this one more segment. No? Okay. Well, folks, that was the Frog Detective trilogy. That's the end. Who knows what Grace and the team, I think his name was Tom, will make next. Who knows? But, all the same.
Wow.
That was Frog Detective. I think, or was it? Nah, it's over. I think that we need more games like this. I think that too often indie devs think up these like massive ambitious projects, and like that's good, you know, like we need those too. We need those massive ambitious projects from indie devs and AAA alike. We need those big games, but I think we need more games that are just small, compact, low-ish budget experiences that tell their own little compact story, maybe in a trilogy like this, but otherwise just singular, and they're just their own thing, you know. I think that when they created Frog Detective 1, they weren't expecting it to blow up like it did, but they're very glad that it did, obviously. And this is kind of one of those trilogies that's like small but important. Small but something that I won't forget, you know? So I feel like Frog Detective 3 specifically innovated a lot upon Frog Detective 1 and 2 in a really creative ways, while still keeping the same vibe. Because of that, I feel like Frog Detective 3 is a 7 for me, one above the others. I think that Frog Detective 1 is a good foundation at a 5. Frog Detective 2 just does more of that at a 6. This one actually innovates on top of it at a 7. It's a good game. It's a good time. They actually sell a Frog Detective plushie. I might buy it and put it back there since we've now done the trilogy. Just like we have a grub for when we played Hollow Knight. Granted, it was there before, but you know, Hollow Knight's my favorite game. And we have a little hot dog dude from when we played Life is Strange. So maybe I'll buy the frog and put him back there. Yeah, pretty much anything that Grace creates next, or what was his name? Hang on, let me make sure. What was his name? Thomas Bowker. Pretty much anything that they make going forward, I'm probably gonna play. Also, I just want to confirm that I can now write a review, and I'm going to. Hang on, wait. Boom. There you go. What I would recommend this game post review. There you go. There you go. Just to confirm that I have reviewed Mary's acting. But yeah, that's Frog Detective. I hope you enjoyed the trilogy. I hope you enjoyed my voice acting rendition of the characters. Yeah. Next stream will be God of War Ragnarok again. We're gonna continue Ragnarok. And then on Monday next week, we're gonna start High on Life. And that'll be the next like big series going forward. Okay? All right.